Are you a crypto newbie who just gets information overload when researching digital wallets? Well, that's not surprising at all, as there are thousands of videos, reviews, and articles on the hundreds of wallets out there. With many solid products available, some are more ideal for beginners than others. That's why, in this video, I'm going to list and discuss the 3 best choices of digital wallets for beginners, as well as 3 you might want to shy away from until you become more experienced. By the end, you'll be ready to literally take your crypto security into your own hands. Welcome to Crypto Bookworm, your go-to channel for easy-to-grasp crypto education. My name is Jim, and I'm here to break down the complexities of the digital asset world into bite-sized animated lessons. I believe crypto is the future of finance, and I want to help you make sense of it all. Before we get started, just a brief overview on hot wallets versus cold wallets. A hot wallet is a software-only wallet, as in it only exists in the form of a desktop app, mobile app, or even a browser extension. That means this kind of wallet is always connected to the internet, hence hot. Already, you can see how this might relate to security. Cold wallets, on the other hand, are physical devices. They can look like USB sticks or mini mobile phones. There's even one that's a card, and it's really cool. I'll tell you more about that one in this video. Cold wallets store your keys 100% offline and are used, by you, to sign all of your transactions, making them invulnerable to attacks. Another term you'll see thrown around is custodial versus non-custodial. Custodial means someone else, like Coinbase for example, controls the keys to the wallet. Non-custodial means you, and only you, control the keys. For our purposes in this video, I will only be discussing non-custodial wallets. Within the category of security, there are varying levels among the wallets. They have security chips, extra layers of passcodes beyond just the 12-word phrases, 2FA, as well as the integrity of the code that they use. But the first step to security starts with you, and it's the most important part. Do not buy any cold wallet from a third party, not even Amazon. Always buy directly from the manufacturer. You only want 2 entities involved in this transaction, you and the manufacturer. You're smart, so I'll let you ponder the implications of someone else touching your crypto wallet before you do. Another important factor, of course, is user-friendliness. Just, can I use the dang thing, while also at least having a basic understanding of the security it offers. And as with any software or device, we will also be taking customer service into consideration. To start the top 3 choices for beginners, I have to go with the Exodus wallet. With Exodus, you can choose a desktop app, a mobile app, or even a browser extension. This makes it a hot wallet. It's supported by every main OS, including Linux, as well as Brave and Chrome browsers. And I just gotta say, man, this thing is sleek. As soon as you sit down and start using it, I think you'll agree that even your grandma could probably figure it out. It's just that intuitive. Exodus supports 260 cryptocurrencies by default, but as long as a token's respective network is supported, users can manually add any token, and they do support all of the best ERC20 tokens. As far as security, just one slight knock is that their code isn't open source, which means it isn't able to be audited by anyone. But with the ease of use and the security features that are in place, I still think Exodus is an easy go-to for beginners. Next up is our first cold wallet, and that's going to be Tangem. This is the one that's a card that I mentioned earlier. It's coupled with a mobile app only, so there is no desktop support for this one. But their software is open source and available on GitHub. So if somehow the company totally disappeared, which is very unlikely, the app could be recreated by anyone with the ability, so you would never lose access to your funds. Tangem uses an EAL6 Plus secure element chip that stores your keys. What's actually cool too is that it doesn't even generate a seed phrase, though optionally you can. It's like, if even you don't know the seed phrase, that's all the more secure, right? It can't even be tortured out of you. On top of that, they've sold over 1 million units with 0 reported hacks. To sign transactions, you simply tap the card on the back of your phone. Tangem also boasts a 7,000 token compatibility, and if they somehow don't have a token you want, it is said that their customer service is really good about adding them. Tangem is extremely affordable as well, with 2 cards for $55 or 3 for $70. The extra cards act as backups for the one actual wallet that comes with the purchase. Rounding out the top 3 best wallets for beginners is going to be SafePal. SafePal offers both hot and cold wallets, and their hardware wallets can be paired with their software wallets. They have browser extensions for Firefox, Edge, and Chrome, as well as a mobile app, all available free of charge. And as far as I understand, Chrome compatibility means it works with Brave browser as well. Their hardware wallets range in price from just $50 to $90. Setting up your wallets and pairing hardware wallets to apps or extensions is an absolute breeze, as their user interface caters to beginners quite well. And there's kind of a double Dutch aspect to the security of having your own keys in a software wallet as well as the actual device to sign all of your transactions. SafePal supports 30 blockchains and over 10,000 different cryptocurrencies. I don't personally use SafePal, but a quick search on their customer service suggests that they are pretty good about solving issues. Before making any purchase, definitely search up all of the applicable categories that we've mentioned. SafePal has been around since 2018 and is officially associated with Binance. So whatever trust you can have for the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, you might also be able to have for SafePal. Before we get into the more advanced wallets, if you have found anything useful or educational so far, I'd really appreciate a quick little thumbs up and a subscription. Your support helps our channel and community grow, and I really can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Now, I do hesitate to use the word worst, as these are actually great wallets, but this video is for beginners, and for these wallets, you might want to consider waiting until you gain a bit more experience. Starting these off is going to be the Ledger Nano S Plus. The main reason why I've included this one in this section is that the setup can be a bit laborious. Sure, you can look up tutorials, but I think as a beginner you're really looking for something that's more plug and play. All of that said, Ledger is still one of the most respected names in the game. They have multiple security features within the device that, I gotta be honest, it's all a bit dry even for me. I've read about them and I have a decent understanding, but it's a lot of jargon. And actually, my first hardware wallet was a Ledger product, as it was one of the only known brands in the space at the time. And I do absolutely trust my money on my Ledger. I haven't had to use customer support, but actually I've seen some unfavorable accounts in my online browsing. Mostly just that they're maybe a bit slow, but usually they do solve the problem. The Nano S Plus is available for around $80, and they have several other higher cost models available, each offering different features and security. So I'm going to go against convention here and bring in Metamask as the number 2 in my stay away list. I do this because it's almost always the very first recommendation that people make. And there's nothing horrendously wrong with it, honestly, but there's just so much in a wallet that is done better by other software wallets, like Exodus. Setup is easy enough, but having to swap using swapping sites can be an absolute nightmare with gas fees, bridging, and all of the other associated complications. I still have about 30 banned tokens just sitting in my Metamask wallet because I couldn't get them swapped to the token I wanted. The other thing is that, amazingly, Metamask doesn't support Bitcoin, but it is surely suitable for any ETH-based tokens. All in all, Metamask is a trusted hot wallet that could probably meet your needs, but there are just better choices out there in my opinion. Lastly, I'm going to talk a bit about the Keystone 3 Pro. Now, it is said that this might be the most secure hardware wallet on the market. But with all of that security comes a high learning curve. If you're experienced or highly tech-savvy, definitely check out what it has to offer. Showing more security over convenience, Keystone doesn't even have a native app. This is so that things stay as decentralized as possible. I do like the idea of that, but having to use third-party hot wallets definitely complicates the whole experience. It features not 1, not 2, but 3 secure element chips. 2 of these are for your seed phrase and the other one stores your biometric info. Next to the camera is a fingerprint scanner that you can use to sign transactions, so that's actually pretty cool. Even I haven't gone into Keystone territory yet, but it seems like customer service is up to par. They support over 5,000 coins across 200 blockchains, and the Keystone 3 Pro is available for around $130. And that's my take on beginner crypto wallets going into 2024. Jump into the comments if you have any experience with these wallets, or if you think a different one should have made my list. I could only cover 6 here, but there's no limit to where we can take this thing in the comments section. Speaking of limits, there was no limit to the greed and corruption of Centratech, the disgraced scam company of the 2017 ICO craze. If you want a bit of drama, check out the full video I made about the documentary BitConned.